So are you a linguistic error? Are you a linguistic mistake? So this is a tough one. So let's go slow, or let's go slowly. And I'll summarize it. Humans, unlike any other species on this planet, we do some weird things. We turn processes, verbs, into nouns, but then we turn these nouns into identities. So maybe someone is walking along and their feet are moving slowly, so we say they're walking. Or maybe their feet move a little quicker, and then we say they're running. But we go a little further, and we say, well, that's a runner. We give an identity to a verb, and that's perfectly sensible. And we could say, well, Joe's running home, or we could say Joe's walking home, and that might allow us to predict how quickly he'll make it home. So there's a utility to all of this, but again, we turn it into a fictional identity, and that's the problem. So I'll give you two real good examples of how this turns into a problem. The first is with anxiety. So maybe your heart's beating faster. Maybe you have some troublesome thoughts brewing in the left brain. Instead of saying there is some anxious thing going on, we turn it into a noun. We say, I have anxiety. And psychology is to blame for this. Psychology has spent a long time trying to turn a process into a thing because they wanted it to sound very neuroscience-y. And they wanted it to be a thing, like the flu. And so if a person has the flu, you could find the bug causing this. But if a person has anxiety or they're anxieting, you can look all you want and you're not going to find the cause. Same goes for depression. And that's because we've turned a process into a thing, but the thing is a fiction. And you can't see the anxiety any more than you can see the running. In other words, you can see the legs moving fast, but the word running is just to describe those. There's nothing else there. It's a simple tool. And this is what happens with consciousness. So Alan Watts talked about this because consciousness is the ultimate process. In fact, Buddhism describes reality as everything changes. It's fundamental, the most fundamental concept of Buddhism. Everything changes. But we don't experience that as modern humans. We don't experience the change because we've given these illusory nouns that we work into the picture, and then we create identities, these stable noun-like things. And I'm Chris, I'm a stable person, instead of occasionally going, I'm Chrising. Or say, the universe peoples, consciousness peoples. And we don't do that. We say we have this stable identity, feeling like we're a stable person across time and space. And of course, this is why Eckhart Tolle and Nisargadatta and Eastern philosophy they've always said you can't die. And you can't die because you were never there in the first place. And I'll give you two examples. So this is all the fear of death. It's the second major problem we create by creating things out of nothing. And imagine you're running. And then you stop running. Where did the running go? Did the running die? Well, no, because it was never there as a thing in the first place. That's why there's this wonderful example from the East. They always use gold because you can have a gold ring and you can melt it down into a necklace maybe or a bracelet. And then you can ask and ponder, well, where did the ring go? Well, the ring didn't go anywhere because it wasn't anywhere in the first place, just like you.